would you want us to do? How many millions have to die before you get involved? We look back at Iraq, a million dead. What did Saddam Hussein? Now they say, no weapons of mass destruction. We're sorry. What happened? They're lying to you again.
I'm now joined by pro-Palestine activists and social media influencer Jube. So tell us, why are you taking to the streets?
Can I just quickly apologise for wearing a hat in the studio? I don't want to be disrespectful. I've just got a terrible hairline. Okay.
Don't you worry. I would have coped with your hairline, but I really wanted to know why you're taking to the streets.
Right. The reason I'm taking to the streets is because there are children dying, there are mothers dying, there are fathers dying. On both sides, people are being affected by what I can only describe as barbarism from both sides. So I need to go out and speak and try and get a message out to the youth to let them know that the Palestinians need their voice.
And we'll all agree with that blood is being shed quite unnecessarily. Young people, adults losing their lives. So you therefore must condemn Hamas here live on this TV show for the atrocious attacks of the 7th of October.
Sure.
And that's what you say. Are you going to say it? Yes.
So Hamas again.
Hamas.
Do I condemn Hamas is the question, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't condemn Hamas. I want them to kill everybody.
Well,
is that the soundbite you wanted? That's to America! Of course I condemn it. I condemn the violence on both sides. Yeah. So I can't believe, I've seen this on TikTok. I can't believe you actually started with, do you condemn Hamas? What do you think? Do you think I'm Hamas?
Right, look, you're not on TikTok now. I know TikTok. You're obviously,
Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you condemn Israel?
I'm condemning people who...
Do you condemn Israel is the question?
Hang on a second. You're here to answer the questions.
Yeah, sure.
And
if you ask silly questions, I can ask
I didn't ask silly questions. I'm glad to hear that you have condemned Hamas.
Of course I condemn the death of innocents. Release the hostages, but also release the Palestinian hostages. 15,000 of them. Actually, sorry, my bad. There's 2 million of them in Gaza and another 3 million in the West Bank. If we want to talk about hostages, how dare you insinuate that I'm a terrorist? Because that's what you're trying to do.
I'm not doing anything.
What do you mean by do you condemn Israel? Do you condemn Hamas?
You are talking,
come on
your own.
That is so unfair.
No, nothing is unfair.
You and my family are dying, and if you are...
Both sides they are, and what we need to do, in a sensible way, is, so how do we resolve this? How do we resolve this matter? And when you have people like the ex-Hamas foreign secretary saying we want to annihilate Israel and we want to bring more October the 7th attacks, how do we therefore get to peace and a solution?
With all due respect, I know it's your show, but I'm not going to let you just gloss over what you just tried to do.
I'm not glossing over anything.
May I speak without being interrupted?
Yes, and you have for a while.
So what you've just done is start off, just like every other racist media publication. This is supposed to be an accredited media source. You're interrupting me again. Can I speak?
Please.
May I speak?
May
I speak?
Yes, you can.
Okay. This is supposed to be an accredited media source, right?
It is.
Okay, so have you seen how you guys report on the protests? Have you seen it? Everyone at home, type in GB News, Palestine. Tell me if it's not the most sensationalistic coverage of the protests that you've ever seen in your life. The only things these guys are doing are trying to get clicks and trying to fool you and hoodwink you into thinking that we're animals and that we're racist and we support terrorist organisations.
Look, the only person who wants clicks is you, because you do, as you said.
Yeah, I do want clicks. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because there is unfair representation by the British media. Check out GB News Palestine. It's racism at its core. How dare you?
There is extremism.
Of course there is.
Some of your groups.
Of course. My groups? What do you mean by my groups? Arabs, Muslims, content creators?
In the ones that have taken the streets.
Listen.
In 100,000 in the last
Of course there are. There is extremism in every facet of the world. Listen, if someone headbutted a police officer at the football, should we ban football for the weekend? Should we call all people that go to the football games violence and thugs? No, we shouldn't. So what you've done is disingenuous. You started with, do you condemn Hamas? For what reason? To frame the conversation in a light that I am sympathetic with terrorists. Did you know that my family are dying in this conflict? So let me ask you a question. Do you condemn Israel?
Do
you condemn Israel? You asked me if I condemn Palestine, right? Because I'm a terrorist sympathizer. Do you condemn Israel for what they're doing?
I believe Israel has the right to defend itself.
Do you condemn them?
Action.
Okay, but do you condemn them for killing innocents? Be fair here. Esther, I've been fair. Be fair. Do you condemn them for killing innocents?
I'm I'm saying the only way forward is to make sure we don't have the terrorist attacks that we did. And I'm asking you, because you're taking to the streets, and I'm asking you, the streets of the UK, and I'm asking, how do we then get this peace settlement you want, both sides? How are we going to do it? Give us your answer.
The first thing we'll do is we'll have to sack off any media publications that pretend that they're trying to speak the truth. But in actual fact, that what they want to do is divide us. I think you're amazing, Esther. I really do. You're actually one of the best at GB News. I'm sorry if I've seemed aggressive. My family are dying. And when you start off with a question like that, what that does is frame the conversation in a light that I'm a bad person. So, and you know it. Don't be disingenuous. You're too smart.
No, listen, my final question to you. When Hamas did those strikes on the 7th of October, did they know, and they must have realised, what the retaliation was going to be by Israel?
So
Hamas... No, I'm asking about the incident, and you're here to talk about the incident. No, listen, I'm saying they must have known that what the retaliation would be. So they have put, Hamas has put both the lives of Israelis and Palestinians at risk. Is that right?
I would agree with you. I think they have done that. But would you also agree? See, look how I answer your questions. Now, please offer me the same thing. Just answer the question. What about what Israel are doing? Would you say that they've put the lives of Israelis and Jews all over the world by ethnically cleansing, by kicking people out of their homes, by and you know this is a fact, continuously lying online?
Hang on. Please don't put things as fact, continuously lying
online. So is it not a regret?
What they've done
this is so unfair.
Themselves.
This is so unfair. It is unfair because what you're doing...
It's not unfair, but I want to thank you for coming in.
Of course you do. All right, have a nice day, guys. Thank you for letting me come in. I don't get to answer a bloody question. She gets to lambast me with bullshit and paint me as a terrorist. This is absolutely ridiculous. Where's the free media? Is this media?
You're doing a wonderful job.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
You're doing a wonderful job.
I'm acting. People are dying, and I'm acting, apparently. Thank you, Esther. Thank you for having me on the show. Barely answering any of my questions. Get this mic off me, bro. This is racism 101. Have a nice day, Esther.
You've done... Thank you for coming on the show. It's a pity about his language. It's a pity that he couldn't keep his cool, and it's a pity we couldn't get to what the answer was. He says he wants peace. That wasn't a conversation looking for peace, was it? It was just screaming. It was just shouting. It was his practice TikTok routine. But it is important that we hear both sides of the argument, and what we do need to get is that peace there, a two-state solution. Anyway, as the COVID inquiry continues to be distracted by just about everything except what really matters, whether we should have been locked down or not. That's what we're going to be talking about next. Plus, the National Trust elections are fast approaching,